What is up guys, Andy Forrestine Runner here and welcome back to another video. And today we're using the Insta360 Go 2 again to hopefully bring you another workout video. How much of this one will film, I'm not 100% sure because it's a shorter, sharper intervals. So more focus on the running, a little bit less filming, but I do want to try and capture as much of this as possible. Then after that, what we're going to do is, as we move into week 4 now of sort of training, stepping back from the plan, stepping back from coach, and sort of rolling with what's working for me at the moment, I want to sit down and discuss what those changes have been and why or how I'm starting to feel a little bit better with my running and putting that smile back on the face. But before we get to that, as I said, we have a workout with Lee today. 8 by 2:30 intervals out on the industrial estate, 8 by 30 seconds and 4 by 50 meter sprints. 2 weeks ago, the interval workout was 10 by 2 minutes. Now it's 8 by 2:30. Learning to hold that pace for longer, still 20 minutes in duration, but learning to hold that faster pace for a little bit longer. So just getting a 3-mile warm-up done, and we'll see you when we meet up with Lee. There we go, 3-mile warm-up done. Just go and find Lee, who should just be down here. And we get this show on the road. To be honest with you, I'm kind of excited, which is what I want to be. But it is, even though it's a bit cooler today, humidity is still massive. The heat wave we had last week is done. But, I mean, that was 3 miles easy. Heart rate was floating in the 130s and I'm sweating buckets. It's madness. Anyway, we shall get this thing started and wish us luck, because if I'm honest with you, the extra 30 seconds on each rep, despite only being 2 less reps, feels rather daunting right now. First 2 done, surviving, that's about all I got to say. Halfway, splitting mid to low 520s, but this is, for me, unsustainable. See how we do in the second half. Six out of 8 done. 5th one. Bit slower, 5:30. Picked it back up on that one, 5:23. 2 to go, and I feel as sick as a dog. There we go, 7 and 8 done, 5:33 down that way, 5:21 back up this way. So we claw back on the last one. Now, 8 by 30. So there we go, workout complete. That was hard, I'm not gonna lie, harder than the 10x2s. Came up as 7 miles in total on the watch. The 10x2 minutes workout as a whole came up as 7.87, so this one was a bit shorter, but on the whole we worked a little bit harder and got it done. A couple of falterings on the 230 reps, a couple of low 530s, but we made up for it with a lot more lower 520s than mid to late 520s like last time. So can't grumble. 30 seconds went by, got hard in the end, but got it done, and the sprints took care of themselves. So I'm gonna get a 3-mile cool down done now, 13 miles for the day, and we'll go back and talk about the changes I've made in training. So now the workout is out the way, what I want to do is dive in and talk all about the changes that have been happening in my training over the last 3.5 weeks, because we've entered week 4 now of training where I am back training sort of on my own, doing my own thing, and I want to dive in because I'm struggling to articulate what those changes are in the training series. I'm finding those training series videos are getting very, very long, and I feel it's better if I make a bullet point list and go through with you guys what those are. And just before we dive into that, a massive shout out and a very big thank you to Nike for sending me this personalized jersey by you. Well, it's not personalized to me, but their Jersey by You product, which is where you can buy a football jersey and get it personalized to what you want, is now available in with some Olympic badges, which is awesome to support your country. Obviously Nike don't sponsor the Olympics or anything like that, it's just a way for us as fans to support our team. So obviously I've got Team GB, and all of you guys can go out there and get your own countries. I think they do most of the country badges if you go into the personalization option and choose chest sleeve. There is a link in the description below. Yes, it's an affiliate link, but I just thought I would put it out there for you guys to go and check out and have a look. I don't know about you, but I am absolutely loving the Olympics so far. We're not even in the track and field yet. So I just thought I'd put that out there before we dive into these changes. So I have a list and I'm going to go through them. The first thing I'm going to say is that this ties in with a previous video that I made 3 or 4 weeks ago now, where I said things are going to change. I'm not going to explain what that all is. There was a good reason for why we have changed the way we're training. I want you to go back and watch that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll leave a link above so you can watch that, then come back to this and have a bit more understanding as to what we are talking about. So the first thing I want to mention straight off the bat, just like last summer, is it's the summer holidays, so I have a bit more time on my hands. So at the moment in the mornings when I go out for my run, I can be another 10, 15, 20 minutes late back because I don't have a school run to do, which is really, really useful. And last summer I ended up doing between 60 to 70 mile weeks for about the 6-week period, and that's exactly what I'm doing now, although I've already got up to 70 in the second week of the summer holidays already. I think we went 60 then 70, and I think if I keep going the way I am, it's going to continue to stay between the 60 and 70 mile range. So in terms of volume, it has gone up. Number of days is still the same, still running 5 days a week, but the volume of each run has gone up. I'm basically trying to run on my easier days 90 minutes. That's basically the main difference, along with the long run, which we'll talk about very shortly. But that in turn is allowing me to put a little bit more volume in than what I was originally. The second thing I want to mention is Mondays are no longer moderate for me. So what I was doing was a moderate Monday and then into a workout before having a rest on Wednesday. One of the things in that video that I talked about was just not having enough mental clarity, being tired, feeling very negative a lot of the time, and I figured the one thing that I can do in my running week is to dial back the Monday run to hopefully allow me to have a little bit more energy. And I'm finding that even though I'm running an extra 10-20 minutes on a Monday because I've got more time, by dialing the intensity back, I'm feeling so much more alive, so much more awake. I'm not saying it's a better way to train because I actually really enjoy the whole moderate Monday then workout Tuesday thing. I feel like I get real bang for my buck by doing those 2 runs back to back, as Chris used to tell us, and I totally agree with him. But right now, with the way that life is structured and things that are going on, I'm finding it easier to have more mental clarity. And so with that in mind, I'm finding that the easier Mondays then, I should say, are helping me a lot. That helps me feel a little bit fresher as well for the workout on Tuesday and fresher towards the end of the week. The one thing I'm not feeling anymore is the fatigue towards the end of the week on the Thursday sessions that I used to be doing. So that's all good and dandy. Along with that, the Friday easy run is also up to 90 minutes as well. So both of those easy/steady. And what I'm doing is I'm picking maybe a hillier route. So I'm incorporating a few more hills and keeping it easy on the flats and the downhills. And when it comes to the uphills, I'm just trying to hold pace. So my heart rate, rather than being in the 130s, is more likely to be in the 140s, very low 140s. Today was a great example. 140 beats a minute, 135 for most of it, and then 145 to 150 on some of the hills where I'm just trying to hold pace. I enjoy doing that. That's a personal thing. No specific training benefit other than for me, I enjoy doing it. And that's what it's all about at the moment. The third thing I want to mention is the long runs have gone right back up again. So I'm trying to get myself back up to the 18-20 mile plus range. It's something that you guys know if you follow the channel for a while. I love my long runs. I absolutely adore my long runs. They are the best run of the week, and I've missed over the past, I don't know, fair few months doing longer long runs, appreciating the trails. And the summer for me mentally is the time where I can dial in, go and hit the hills, hit the trails, and just soak up those miles. So that's another thing that's come back to me now and will do for the foreseeable future, keeping those 18-20 plus mile runs in. Last weekend was 20 miles. And hopefully we'll keep building that up, quicken the pace maybe down to some moderate efforts in there, and maybe lengthen the runs even further. We'll see, but that's another thing that's changed. What I'm also noticing is with my workouts, and just to clarify, this has been really hard to articulate, so I'm going to do my best. Obviously each week I was doing 2 specific workouts to the goal that I was doing, and then a long run workout. So really 3 workouts, but 2 specific ones in the week. Okay, now I'm doing 1 specific workout in the week, and the other one I'm having some fun with, and again that's lifted a massive mental weight off my shoulders. Again, it's helping me not quite feel so fatigued, and how I'm doing that is I'm just alternating week on, week off. So week 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 is a CV interval workout. Weeks 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 is a longer marathon pace sort of effort. Even though I'm training for half marathons, I love doing Canova workouts, and that's what I'm doing every other week. So coupled with those workouts, I am doing something to complement it. So if I do a Canova workout on the 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10 weeks, I am doing some hilly intervals, but I'm keeping them short and sweet. So I'm working the 2 different areas, but I'm having fun with it on the hills. And if I'm doing interval work, then what I aim to do is some longer tempo stuff on the hills, or maybe the intervals are the same duration, so 3-minute intervals, but I'm not working that top end interval VO2 max area. I'm more working the 150s to low 160 heart rate zone, so more of a tempo effort. So I'm trying to complement whilst having fun with it. So again, that's the 4th thing. And the final thing is I'm working back to feel again. So especially on the fun workouts, not so much on the workouts that I'm trying to take seriously, but on the fun workouts, watch inside the wrist. You've probably seen it on the latest training vlog, and just go and think, right, I've got 10 by 3 minutes, 12 by 3 minutes to do. How long can I hold this pace for? Does this feel comfortable to do over and over and over again? If not, dial it back and go again. So week 1 was a bit of a feeling it out kind of thing, went off too hard, had to hang on. So week 2 or 3 when I did it again was just learning to ease off a bit at the start and then work into it. That's what I did, and it felt good to work by feel again. It's an art that I had mastered. I've completely not mastered it. I've gone right backwards again. And so that is something I'm focusing on these fun workouts. So that's kind of a bullet point, 5-point list of the things that I've now changed in my training. I hope it makes sense. And if you have any questions, just ask in the comments below. And I hope I've explained that well, because I know there was some confusion on the training series. I've been getting messages, especially on Instagram, asking why I'm doing certain things. Hopefully this lays it all out there for you to understand. And as I said, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. And also please do let me know in the comments if you're enjoying these full workout videos, because I love doing them. I'm glad they're back, and I'll certainly be keeping them once a week. If you guys are enjoying them, let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's video, guys, make sure you give it a like, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel for weekly running content, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Until then.